Sanders.
Let me start off with Mr. Mayor. And Mr. Mayor, in your remarks, you talked about fairness and compromise and trying to bring people together. You are now the Chief Labor Counsel at Boeing. As you're aware, there's been a strike going on for 2 months now. And I want to get a sense from you as to about that strike, because I think it will tell us a little bit about what kind of member of the NLRB you will be. So let me start off by asking you a very simple question, and that is, do you think it's was appropriate for Boeing to pay its current CEO $18 million in compensation for 4 months of work? 4 months of work, while it at the same time eliminated the health care benefits for 3,200 machinists in St. Louis. Is that the kind of approach that you would use as a member of the NLRB?
Good morning, Senator Sanders, and thank you. Let me start out by saying that I'm not here as a representative of Boeing. I'm here to discuss my nomination. Secondly, Senator, I have not been involved in the negotiations in St. Louis. I've been specifically kept out of those negotiations because in anticipation of this process.
You are the Chief Labor Counsel
Yes,
for
Senator.
Boeing, and you have no knowledge or not been involved in the strike in St. Louis?
That's correct. We have other lawyers that are handling
Well, all right,
this matter.
but you are a high-ranking member of the Boeing Corporation, so I'm giving you information which is accurate, whether you've been involved or not. You want to be a member of the NLRB, you tell us you want to treat workers fair. Do you think it's fair that workers lose their health benefits during this strike while the CEO gets $18 million for 4 months' work? Sound fair to you?
Senator, I'm not going to comment on the compensation of other executives. I will say that there was negotiations in St. Louis. There was this is all public information. There were negotiations in St. Louis. There was an agreement reached with the union. The union hailed that agreement as a landmark agreement.
But that agreement was
and recommended
but that agreement was rejected by the workers.
The union recommended that it be ratified.
But it was rejected by the rank and file, correct?
And that's their right.
That's right. That is their right. Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
If Boeing could sign a fair contract with 32,000 machinists in the state of Washington, members of the IAM, last year, why can't, in your judgment, it sign a similar contract for 3,200, 10% of the workers, machinists in St. Louis who manufacture fighter jets for the military?
Senator, respectfully, I'm not going to get into, I'm unable to really comment on the negotiation status for our negotiation in St. Louis.
Let me ask Mr. Murphy, thank you. Let me ask Mr. Murphy and Mr. Palmieri a question, and that is SpaceX, as you know, is owned by Elon Musk, the wealthiest man in the world, and Amazon, owned by Jeff Bezos. I don't know where Jeff is now, maybe second or third. He's struggling, but he's up there. They have both filed lawsuits arguing that the National Labor Relations Board is unconstitutional. In other words, you're aware of that, Mr. Murphy. Simple question. Do you believe that the NLRB is unconstitutional?
No, I do not, Senator. The Supreme Court in 1937 in Jones and Laughlin Steel found that the National Labor Relations Act was constitutional. Unless there is a definitive Supreme Court decision to the contrary, I believe that it remains constitutional. There may be constitutional infirmities that could be redressed, but that would not negate the constitutionality of the agency.
Thank you. Mr. Palmieri?
While I don't have a specific view, I would agree that it has been found constitutional in the past.
All right, let me ask you, if President Trump directs you to rule in favor of Amazon or SpaceX and in opposition to the rights of their employees, would you do so?
It's a hypothetical that I hope never comes to pass, sir. I would have to contemplate all options.
The problem that we are living in is a moment where a lot of things that we didn't think would pass are passing. So I guess what I'm asking you, will you have the independence to say, sorry, Mr. President, I've got a job to do? Or will you say, yes, sir, I'll do it?
I might say, depending upon the circumstances, sir, that I question that directive and under the law that I'm obliged to apply. And if the Supreme Court holds, as it apparently would on a procedural basis, that the president has the opportunity to remove me, then the president would have that option.
Okay, thank you.